Ha, this won't take much longer, will it? This will not take much longer. Lorem's little spiel. I've got to say this date's been alright, other than the fact that it decides to completely deconstruct itself like that. Like, why does it suddenly start focusing on this random gibberish? Like, I understand it's like, okay, the stuff you talked about, but on the other hand, it's just a little weird how much Lorem is very much dedicated to this. What's spring? That's an ending song of some sort. I know that much. We're gonna look this one up real fast. Real lickety dick damn split. Not that one. That's not gonna work. I need to go to Hehe. Because that's where I renamed them all. Ugh. Still haven't done that. It's a Lorem ending song? Wait, that's not even an ending? That's just his dates? Wow. What the fuck is that music, Lorem? How do I not remember that? I guess the early game I was so much more involved and so much more listening and paying attention. And later on I just like, oh goddamn the story. Like I was alright with humanity being fucked over, but not with the chapter 4 kind of just went like and after that I just lost track of everything. Ah, I think my hand is already acting up. Weird, because I've been taking a lot of steps lately to take more rest and more exercise in, and it's helped a lot. I can feel it helping, but my left hand likes to be a little whiny baby. Cool. The thing that gets me, though, is... I don't know. I'll be honest. I have this strange, sneaking suspicion that the creator may or may not be watching this. I don't know why. But one of the reasons I have is that he's not, like... I don't know. I'm gonna check this in a moment, but I don't think the guy that was like, I want to help with the Dutch translation, I think he said no. Or maybe he just hasn't been around to do it, but... I don't know... I think I think, like, even if he's here, I don't know. I find that kind of spooky, you know? It's like if a ghost was watching his own murder investigation, you know, going like, no, that's not, oh, god damn it, you and your blood splatter investigation. He just goes, If you're there, you better come out! Because I'm not the kind of person who appreciates uncertainties. Don't like those. Really don't. I wonder, though. Could let's say that I made something like this, and someone else was translating it, and at the same time delivering the harshest, most scathing of criticisms. I'd find it interesting, if anything. Like, I'm the kind of person to be like, okay, these criticisms clearly reflect on their interpretation, but it doesn't matter, like, what they're... Like, as long as, like, it's not like I just hate this and there's no reason for it, I think, like... At least I give my reasons, you know? You can do something with that. You can be like, okay, next time I write a character, I'll make sure to at least try and give them some personal room before they start dissolving into plot dumps. So that people are more than the information they carry. They are the interactions with that information. You know, that kind of stuff. That'd be... I don't know. Maybe I'm ascribing myself a lot of honor for a man who is not Sans Undertale. And I just love how everyone calls him Sans Undertale. Which is the best joke ever. I don't know, I just find it hilarious that the consistent thing is that people call him Sans Undertale. Another very cool consistent detail is how those ring ledgers work, where the ring like bends around and loops around. Oh, so nice. Oh shit, my, yeah. It's also been a while since I woke up in the morning and just went outside and got my fucking lunch bread. I bought too much bread. I should not buy 3 Italian buns. That is too much. That is too many buns. It just floors me. I'm sorry. I'm really fucking sorry. But this is unforgivable. Like, I don't have the benefit of spell check, but you do. Shit! It's on my other computer. So I can't check it right now. I could start it. I'm gonna play something. I was gonna play Tokyo 2042 or something. Whatever it's called. I was gonna play that in a little while. So I might as well boot up the old laptop and give it a go and see if possibility. Yeah, it's still an error here, so... Beep boop bop beep 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 bop boop bop bop boop. Password accepted. The thing that I get is, I imagine the player's more susceptible because you go straight through the portal, and other people are because they're in proximity to someone who went through the portal. But Izumi has done this more than anyone else. And she also was on the first portal, on one of the first portal travels, meaning she's most susceptible to it, if anyone, if that's like the required cause. Let's crack this pupper open. Pupper! Puppo! I love the word puppo. I love puppy noises. What the hell am I looking at? Oh, did it do that? I did that fucking thing again. Okay, fuck, whatever, fine. This is 19 August, right? Oh no, this is the wrong one. Swell! What the hell is going on with these text files? Oh, I get it. It's the RPY files that I want. The only reason they're not RPY and the other one is because it's readable, because it allows me to do searches. Because for some reason the search engine doesn't give a shit. It's like, no, but I don't want to search for that. It's too hard. It's too hard. Yep, it's fixed. What a stupid thing to look up, but whatever. The thing is, I did have a weird dream last night. I had a weird dream with a weasel in it. A friend of mine has a weasel in it, and it looked like that weasel. And there were all these underground bases, and then there was a flood that lasted like 5 minutes, which was like several stories high, and I was like, what? It was a fantastic dream, filled with a whole bunch of hoopla. I like remembering my dreams because they're always kind of goofy. And then all the underground, like, you know, like in fucking kids' spy shows, they have all these fancy bases. That was like, and one of them was actually underwater, and it was leaking. And I was like, wow. I'm starting to notice that my dreams seem to have this unusual focus on things sometimes. Like, things zoom in a lot. It's like, turn it down! This screw is slightly loose! Here's a zoom in so you can see it up close and personal! But I don't have a screwdriver. This problem is not going to exist in a minute. But how does that survive? Like, it's been a few months, even if it's, like, pretty dry, it's eventually... if it's pretty dry, it'll probably stick around for a while. I like this. Like, this needs to exist more. These dates are pretty static as it is, so you can very easily make them self-contained in that way. I'm still a little bit grumpy about that Doom thing. I don't know, I just don't like what it decided to go for. The ending levels are so distinctly awful, it gets me. Like, it's fine if you get a dip in quality, but that dip in quality was just like, really? Like, freaking really? Have some self-restraint. Wear some pants, gosh darn it. I like how your character keeps complaining about that. Why would you complain? If you mentioned that you liked going through the forest, wouldn't your character be like, ah, we'll get a nice walk out of the forest at least? I like how there's an abandoned store on the other side of the forest. How? Like, the way I get it is there's just an abandoned, sunken store at the other side of the forest that someone built there, worked there, it sunk, someone put it... Like, it's a little bit of an odd thing to use for a treasure hunt, or to have in general. Abandoned buildings don't just exist in the middle of nowhere like that. Especially on the world as developing as this one. Then again, it would make sense that stores would sort of be out there. And maybe like a road shut down, or cities themselves migrated as resources were plundered. Like, the funny thing is dragons can't exist that long, because if they were existed for too long, they would exhaust too many natural resources, and already have an impact on the future. You know, that kind of crap. Scene Store X Pan. Wow. No outside, I'll just straight up, here's an abandoned store. It's weird that the map indicates it. Like, I understand it comes with a map, so it's a little bit... Nah, never mind. I'm just doing weird. The thing that gets me here is, again, either someone is trying to kill Lorem, or this is an old contest, and somehow the store flooded and became abandoned in the intermediate time. Which is kind of weird, that all the treasures would still be, like, all the little things would still be in their places, and no one has decided to take them. No, I'm gonna sneeze. Ah! Man, here's the thing you gotta wonder. So you're standing in that shower, because you're, like, dirty from a day of, like, digging around in mud and all that stuff. You step in the shower. You would eventually start to wonder, what would happen if a dragon saw me nude? They wouldn't care, but you would care. Wouldn't that be the weirdest situation ever? Because it's like, you could stand there and stay nude, and they would be like, okay. You might want to close your curtains, though. Because you're all dirty, and people don't, you know, it's, I don't know, do they have that modesty where just be like, well, good job on taking a shower when you're dirty. Good job, human. Nice to see you're promoting good personal hygiene. You're just like, now is not the time. It'd be worse if you, would it be better or worse if you were, like, younger or older? Man, everything's sagging, and they're like, wow, under those clothes you're actually a bag of meat. Gotta say, those clothes really really spruce up the fact that there are layers on your layers, aren't there? I'm just like, oh, you shut up, you old man. I just love the possibility that your character could be ancient. Light fixtures. I think it sounds a bit sassy in Dutch. I made it a bit more sassy in Dutch. I remember when I could shop here. And then, well, the flooding came. Flooding? You don't say. This is exactly the same thing that Ardeen talks about with her sandcastle, which makes this conversation even worse, because it's like, really, Lorem, you have all that plot dump, and then you have these very straightforward encounters, and then you just steal someone else's dig. Like, Ardeen does it twice, with the magazine and the sandcastle. I know this music is making me silent because it's kind of nice. This isn't too much longer. I think I'm going to cut it short in a bit. How much longer is this? So this is going 200 lines. I think I'm going to go to 700. Then I'll be able to finish it next time with at ease. I like how you're searching during this, too. Like, he's climbing... Like, how do you talk to someone who's climbing in the light fixtures? Like, you're walking around in the water, slogging through shelves, and he's skittering in the fucking light fixtures like a little rat. Like a little rat boy. Who could forget dear rat boy? Hey, you're talking to him. What is this, Team Rocket? Blimp. They're dirigible. They're balloon. Wait, if I have to... That's something you would have... Maybe it'll come up another time, but I don't think we've seen that as an option yet. I do love the one of your first options. I've got a pen! It's just that's just a little fun interjection line that, you know, creates a bit of personality to the situation. Like, I understand that wanting to hide a treasure in a store makes sense. Like, either the storekeeper agrees to it and it's part of the deal, or it's abandoned like this one and it's like a cool place to look. But if you're gonna do that, at least make it like a spot, like, give them a clue, like, where the money is found. Like, make it the gas register, something safe. That's not as likely to get, you know, into trouble. Oh, I've gone way too far. Okay. We'll save Lorem next time. Just hold your breath for a day, Lorem. You'll be fine.